It's only now I realise, the more you fall, the more you learn to fight, to roll out remedies for the heaviest heart becoming so light. In the early days, I fell for the simple things, like the kisses on the end of a text message, the Christmas card you sent in the post, the way you'd leave me notes and coffee on my bedside. I remember when you held me so high in pride, I felt like a raven on top of a rainbow. Little did I know the sequel was a tornado and the raven falls to hell's floorboards. Please, don't ever tell me I'm beautiful if it's only a chainmail. A line you replicate on a freight train to 7 different recipients. Don't play with my self-esteem like it's a fume you can extinguish out of me. It's not, but after all, anxiety is just a hail of bullets, ricocheting questions like, why wasn't I enough for you? I always believed a promise should hold until the deathbed. So I trusted you when you said, darling, you're the only one for me. But your promise was built with a puncture that I couldn't see. Did the meaning of me deflate every time I kissed you? Prickle by prickle, our bed grew splinters, and in your sleep I scanned your tainted skin for fingers, only to find hers. All secrets are temporary. The lie will always outgrow its net, and I refuse to forgive what I can't forget. It's only now I can say sorry to myself for every time my precious body hosted a wall, my skin as a target board, and your attention was the only bullseye I aimed for. My rib cage is rusted from the rainfall of painkillers I airdropped. I'm sorry to my conscience for all the times it begged me to stop and I exiled it. It's only now I realise writing our breakup poem was therapy. My mind deposits a 10-ton headstone. With every line I wrote about cursing you, I was lighter, but you are a symphony of the damned. No sunlight for the sinner, 'cause you'll never understand the superpower of a poet. You see, this is the 3rd poem I've written for you, and the only one that came out in rage, but my anger is only amplified when there's a story left to tell the page, so I'll incinerate our love to hate with a vengeful eulogy. I pray every photograph you've ever taken of me is ambushed into a clot of aches, an immutable memory there to remind you, learn from your mistakes. The way a shell slips itself onto the seashore, I will surface forevermore when you're old, decrepit and alone, 'cause I promise until you're sentenced to your deathbed, you'll forever think of me in repentance. Once, I was a victim in your chamber of contradiction. I escaped the crucifixion, but as for you, remorse is your death penalty.